Aaron and she talks.
Boom, 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 gotta get that. Boom, 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 gotta get.
Just
Here comes the ready or not. Here comes the boys from the side.
very serious.
Hello and welcome to the third episode of the Sonic Boomcast, and this topic this month is Sonic Boom at Sonic Boom. With me tonight is Christian Gossi.
What's up, people?
Lidice Garcia.
Hello.
And Tanner Bates.
Good evening, everyone.
All right, and to get off things, we'll just start up with our news. The Sonic Boom Rise of Lyrics for Wii U has been updated to November 11th for its U.S. release now. Originally November 18th, it's now going to be side-by-side with the 3DS version, which is Shattered Crystal. Most likely the move for this was that Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U was coming out, I believe, on November 21st, close to the same time. Some outlets were saying, oh, it's probably Grand Theft Auto coming out the same day. I'm like, that's a completely different audience. It's not gonna, do anything for it. Does anybody have anything to say about that one?
Yeah, that sounds almost like the exact same move that they did for the Sega Saturn.
How's that?
Hey, let's just release the game a little earlier before Smash. Boom.
Well, the difference was Saturn was just a complete shock and was a horrible decision all the way around. Because then it's still released for $3.99, while Sony went, okay, we're going to release it for $2.99.
Oh,
just wait.
I believe it's $150.
No, I mean when the PlayStation first came out, it was $2.99.
What? Okay.
And Saturn was $3.99, but when the Saturn came out, it also pissed off a lot of retailers because they did not have enough units to go around. It's just a really bad decision all the way around. Anyway, the Sonic Boom cartoon is also rumored to be delayed in the UK until 2015. So they'll be playing the game and maybe even playing with the toys long before they get to see the cartoon itself.
To be honest, I was hoping to actually play the 3DS version first, 1 week before actually going to the Wii U version. But now it's like, no, I can't. It's like more backlogged.
Well, for me, a lot of the times I just play the 3DS almost exclusively on my breaks at work, so that's probably what I'll be doing with that, and just playing Rise of Lyric at home. If I have that day off, I might just try to put it through Twitch, like have my PlayStation 4 hooked up with its camera and have like the Wii U on a different screen just mirrored. I've done that before.
Yeah, then all of a sudden, Jason, you're gonna be like the outcast while everybody else is playing Smash on their break.
Well, no, Smash will. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, on the 3DS. Well, God, we'll have had Smash for over a month, so we've played enough of it by then.
It's like, hey, Jason, you want to play Smash? No, I'm playing Sonic. You're lost. Come on, boys.
No, imagine how many circle pad is going to be destroyed just by day one.
I'm hoping there's an option for D-pad on that. Because I don't think it's very comfortable to play that game on the circle pad myself.
Actually, so far there has been like two person actually modding their 3DS with a GameCube controller.
Oh yeah, I saw a thing on that before.
Yeah,
it's just crazy. Now I'm hearing they're going to have a special edition that comes with a GameCube controller.
Yeah, it's not that special.
Yeah, I don't understand why that makes such a big difference, to be honest, but I'm not an expert Smash Brothers player or anything.
You mean the adapter for the Wii U?
No,
yeah.
The actual special quote-unquote controller.
Oh.
Why is a GameCube controller a better controller to use for Smash Brothers than other controllers?
Because it has the Smash logo in the right smack in front of it.
I mean, but they're doing adapters just for the GameCube controller for that game.
I think because it's more like what's that? It's like Yeah, it's a button. It's like you get used to it. So I remember playing the melee one. Like it's so easy for me to smash buttons, but by the time it came with for the brawl, I tried using the Wii mode. I'm like I can't even do it. I couldn't even do
that
it.
goes
So
pretty much anything on the Wiimote.
I mean, I pretty much stick to the GameCube controller one.
Yeah, I don't really see the difference myself, but whatever. As far as the cartoon be delayed on the UK, I'm wondering what that means anything for the US, because there's still no announcement yet, and it's getting October, and I thought for sure by October the cartoon would be airing by now.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Don't they usually like do like previews, like a short preview, like 1 month before?
TV spots?
Yeah, TV spots.
Yeah, at least TV spots. I haven't seen that, but like I said, hopefully something comes out of Sonic Boom on when exactly that's gonna air. I originally thought it was gonna be October for a long time, but now I'm starting to guess in maybe November. Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, as I mentioned to people, how when they were saying they would come out in fall, I'm like, fall technically doesn't end until the end of December, actually, so you can be waiting for a long time.
Yeah.
Sure. Now, let's see. Sonic Boom has also had a brand new demo at Tokyo Game Show, which I'm hearing is just a side quest.
Yeah, they were showing a mission where Amy and Knuckles have to rescue some trapped miners.
That's the first time I think I've seen anything out of Sonic Boom where Sonic wasn't selectable. It was just, Knuckles and Amy. I think it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, from what I saw was that they were just showing us some of the gameplay mechanics, the ability to switch in level with Knuckles and Amy.
Yeah, it looked alright too. I mean, it was fully 2D. It kind of reminded me a little bit of the cave, but without really the puzzle elements as much. There was some puzzle elements, but nothing major. And it looked okay. Graphically, it wasn't very impressive, but gameplay-wise, it looked alright. I see, and as far as my experience goes, I recently was at the GameStop Expo about 2 weeks ago, and I got to play a little more Sonic Boom there. The only difference was they actually completely finished Sonic and Amy level now, where you can get all the way to the end of that level just at the start of a new one.
Did you glitch out?
No, not at all. It's funny, they don't have the cutscene at the beginning like they used to at E3. Instead, it starts with them, going down the elevator into the underwater place. And this time I just tried exploring the area, and because there's a ton of, as far as a game for exploration, this has got a lot of secret little areas around there for treasures and for what they call crowns, which you use to upgrade your characters and to buy new items and weapons and what have you. And I found at least like 4 or 5 crowns and a ton of treasures in little hidden rooms where the grates are and that. And that was actually pretty cool. I was actually having fun just doing that. And like there was one room where those blue plates you see, those glowing blue plates are always springs, but the green plates are always like ones you have to smash down to hit a switch. And in this room, it was just like the middle one had a switch in it. You smashed it down, and then two blue plates and a green plate came up, so you had to hurry up and hit both of those blue springs and then hit the green switch really quickly. And it took a little bit of skill to do that, to open up another thing of treasure for that. So that was pretty cool. And then at the end, there's a crown that's like trapped in some bars or lasers or something. I couldn't figure out how to do that before I just got to the end of the level. And from there, you saw like the cutscene that I've shown on Sonic Stadium with Amy and Sonic being impatient. Then it just goes off to this big cavern that they're about to explore and fight some more enemies in. And I really like that scene because it's showing like Sonic's trying to mature as a person, and he wanted to just take off, and Amy just wants to look around for a second,
enjoy the scenery,
soak in the environment. Yeah, exactly. Enjoy the scenery, and he's just like tapping his foot, and he's about to touch her shoulder to ask let's go, and then he just decides against it. And finally, she's like, "Okay, we can go." So thank you so much. So that part was cool. Plus, the 3DS one had a new level. They took out the one that forced you to play as all 4 characters, And this time you could just play as Sonic if you want. I think it's one of the very early levels. And the other 4 are there, but they're optional. And it reminds me a little bit of Sonic Colors, where you could play them kind of like you could the Wisps, where you can get to secret areas by switching over to them, and they'll get you extra gems and treasures and what have you. But if you wanted to, you could play that level straightforward as Sonic, and it was much more linear, and it wasn't as easy to get lost as the original level they had for that. I thought it worked a lot better. Now, on to one of our main topics tonight. Sonic Boom in New York is next week, and that's looking like it's going to be a hell of a show. I mean, they got the entire voice cast.
Got
there
Tracy
for
Yardley.
autographs, a reading, and who knows what else. Tracy Yardley's going to be there for autographs. They're going to have June Snow still for music, and for what I thought was going to be a much smaller event, it's turning into a really big Sonic Boom event. I'm kind of regretting not going now.
Yeah, they have...
Tanner, I know you're going to this. What are you looking forward to?
I'm interested in seeing what they're going to have Ted Poley and Tony Harnell do in particular, because they've never been at one of these events before. So they're really mixing up the musical talent this year because Crush 40 wasn't able to come, so only June was able to come, so they had to mix up the musical talent. And they're also going to have Tomoya Tani, so I'm also interested in seeing what he's going to be doing.
Are you planning on nabbing as much swag as you can for resale?
No comment.
Well, folks,
Is anybody else from Sonic Revolution going to the event?
Not that I know of.
Dang, I wish I could go to that, but
I wish I could
New York
go.
is super expensive.
Yes, it is. I am lucky I was able to get a hotel room.
my problem, and I believe I can speak fairly for everybody, is that this year they're not doing a live stream.
Oh, crap, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no live stream.
So I think the reason for that is that they probably will be showing some Sonic Boom footage that they don't want to get out right away.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Frost, man. He got bamboozled big time.
Oh dear.
So I'm sure there'll be people reporting from the show. So I'm just taking that Saturday off just for that.
Oh, definitely, because they actually gave press passes to Radio Sega.
Yeah, I don't know if I got an email. I'm usually VIP for these events, but I don't know if I got an email recently for that. But it doesn't matter. I can't, go out there. Just too far away. But God, I'd love to go to New York sometime. It just take, go to Times Square, check out the big Nintendo store they got down there, maybe see a Broadway show. Even New York Comic Con one of these years, I want to try that.
Yeah, the only reason why you want to go to New York, for another reason other than Sonic Boom, is to get the hell out of California heat.
Oh, God, yeah. God, last week was just unbearable for those 3 days where it was like 105, 110.
It was so bad here in Southern California.
Today was a lot cooler. I mean, it got to the point where if you had a day where it was 85 degrees, you were like, oh, man, this is so much cooler.
Yeah, today was pretty pleasant. I actually did enjoy most of the day. Anyway,
one of the main topics I also wanted to discuss on is Sonic Boom Rise, the lyrics itself. I mean, it's been getting a lot of negative comments, and people are just looking at the screens and saying it looks like PS2, like graphics and such. But if you haven't really played it in person, it's not even close to like PS2 graphics. It's at least comparable to 360 or what you'd get out of PS3 or Wii U. Especially like I was saying, the Sonic and Amy stage, there's a ton of lighting down there that's been improved every time I've seen that thing, on display. I mean, I've been to like E3, Comic-Con, and then GameStop Expo, and every time I've played that level, there's been a new experience as far as the graphics update or some certain gameplay changes. So it's really, looking a lot better, and I think a lot of people's expectations are a bit off kilter on the game itself. I mean, for instance, Sonic Boom is not Sega Sonic. It's its own separate franchise with Sonic and Tails and Knuckles and what have you as its main characters, along with Eggman. But it's like, say, Batman Brave and the Bold versus Batman the Animated Series. There's going to be quite a few differences.
Oh, wow.
those are huge differences, right?
True.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not as different as drastically different as that, but still, it's going to have certain differences. So the So the gameplay style of this game doesn't have to match necessarily, modern Sonic games. It doesn't have to be Sonic being all about speed and what have you.
Right.
And that's what this one is about. It's more of a platformer brawler with exploration. And frankly, the speed sections have played feel kind of shallow and and feel like almost they're just there to satiate the fans. That they don't really bring in anything. And another thing, not to like diss Big Red Button or anything, because they got some great people there. They're very experienced at making video games, but at the same time, this is their first time as a group making a video game together. So there's going to be some experience that they're going to have that are brand new to them, and there's just some stuff they might be not as experienced with. And they remind me a little bit like of, I don't know if you're aware of High Voltage Studios, who did like Conduit 2 and Captain America on the Wii and that. And they're not the best developers. They make pretty good games, but they started off pretty inexperienced, and they make pretty solid games, but not great games. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. And also, this is like a licensed game. It's less of a Sega Sonic game as it is. It feels more like a licensed game with Sonic in it, like you'd see from a lot of different anime games. Where I think it's like you've played like say Disney Infinity, like I'm playing the Marvel one here, or if you played a game with your favorite anime characters. A lot of times, those games aren't exactly the best quality games, but you want to play through them anyway because they star your favorite characters that you really enjoy. Like I played several Godzilla games that were either pretty good or god awful, but I wanted to play them through anyway because hey, it's Godzilla and I happen to love Godzilla. Of course, that doesn't excuse a game if it's got poor gameplay or anything. I mean, if you're coming on this game not as a diehard Sonic fan, you might not enjoy it as much as a regular Sonic fan.
Yeah, I think that's the problem with the game community. They're diehard fans and they want a diehard game. They're not willing to open their minds and try something new on the on the mellow, shallow, the casual stuff.
Yeah, there's some that are like there's some diehard Sonic fans that are just demanding, I think, a little too much, especially from a team that's not seasoned. I think I'm using that word wrong, but I mean they're not that experienced compared to others. Anyway, like I said, it's not necessarily about speed as much as it is platforming and exploration, and I do enjoy the fact that each character plays while they're together, and it's basically similar style of gameplay. They still traverse very differently. Like when you're playing as Amy, you're going a completely different route from when you're playing as Sonic in that one level. Sonic and Knuckles, the old Sonic and Knuckles E3 game, they pretty much stayed together. There's only a few sections where they could trail off, but in the underwater level, Sonic and Amy, they were almost completely separate the whole time when they were traversing outside of coming together to fight a few enemies.
Yeah, and that's a good thing because then you have pretty much different options on which way you want to go, or that's easy for you to go.
Yeah, plus it gives a good excuse for a replay when you want to, find out some more hidden items and treasures and what have you.
Right.
Okay, now for our final section. It came from the comments section. I asked you guys last week if you wanted to leave some comments, and let's see what we got here. Let's see what I can put on here. Okay, Stardust Absolution asks, I have a question. If you could choose one more character from the Sonic series to come back to Boom, who would you choose? The question was, if you could choose one more character from the Sonic series to come back to Sonic Boom, who would you choose?
This is an open forum?
Yeah.
I would say... I hope nobody throws anything at me for this, but Knack the Weasel.
No, that's a pretty good choice.
Yeah.
I think they could use an extra villain in here.
Oh, definitely. That's
He'd fit that role pretty well. Plus, he adds a little bit of a comical touch too. I would prefer myself like the Chaotix because they're also kind of got a comical touch to them, and I think they'd fit pretty good into that world. Myself, the DC.
Well, I might probably go with Mighty, the Armadillo. Because he used to be, because he used to be part of the Chaotic, so, but we haven't seen him after that, so at least give him a chance.
I would have to say, for fun and giggles, bring back Fang.
Who?
Fang.
Oh, so Knack the Weasel as well. Okay, let me see. I'm not going to answer that one. Do you see the possibility of Sonic Boom crossing over with another series, most likely a Cartoon Network series at some point? And if so, which one?
Oh wow! I wish I watched Cartoon Network more.
I used to watch Cartoon Network.
Oh, here's a fun fact. Today was the last day for the Saturday morning block on Cartoon Network.
Huh. I heard Sonic X has finally stopped airing now on Saturday mornings. As far as let's see, Cartoon Network ones, they could probably fit in with Regular World since they both have humans and animals in them.
If I had to throw my own guess in,
And they're both situation comedies.
if I had to throw my own 2 cents in, for comics, I would have to throw in Teen Titans Go.
Which one?
Teen Titans Go.
Oh, I still haven't watched that except for some clips every once in a while.
Well, they both have the same effect on their fan base.
No, if only I still have cable, I would continue watching Cartoon Network.
Yeah, we have satellite here, and we're about to just cut it off because I never use it myself, and my mother just watches the same channel all the time. And she's not getting $90 worth out of it a month. That's just a ridiculous price. Anyway, let's see. This World asks, who's your favorite Boom exclusive character, and would you like to see side missions in Rise of Lyric and Shattered Crystal, and if yes, what kind? I think it's already got side missions, if I'm not mistaken. At least Rise of Lyrics does. And Shattered Crystal, I'm not sure if it does or not. I'm not sure if like the the Sonic Rivals type stages are side quests or not. I don't think it really has side quests per se. I wouldn't be surprised if there's bonus levels though. That's what I'd like to see is like just regular old fashioned bonus levels. Except anything but the half pipe again. I mean, it's been played a little too much. As far as Boom exclusive characters, okay, it's not. God, that's a hard one because we've barely been a few have been announced. I kind of like a Fastidious Beaver that I've seen. He looks like he's going to be a fun character. What do you think, Christian?
Honestly, I would like to see how Percy is going to make her role here in this series.
I think a lot of people would probably pick Percy. Or actually Styx too. I forget Styx is one of them. I should have just said her to begin with.
Most likely it's like, why her? It's just a copy clone of Marine. Why?
I wouldn't say it's a copy clone of Marine. Marine doesn't have crazy conspiracy theories or anything.
No, but she's.
I think her look is a fair amount like Marine, but I think her personality is very different.
But here's the thing: they both act like almost the same age.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. How old is Styx supposed to be?
She's probably a bit older than Marine, that's for sure.
Yeah, she looks like she's older. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. It's probably, it looks like she's like around 11 to 12. But yeah, Marine is definitely on the immature side in comparison.
Yeah, the difference with Styx is that she knows her way around the wild.
Maybe she's like Tarzan or something.
Probably.
Yeah, because, well, she's been lived on her own for a while, so she knows a lot of survival skills and such. Anyway, that's going to be our show for this month. We still don't have a whole lot to talk about until the cartoon and the video games come out, of course. And, of course, next month you can expect a lot of news out of Sonic Boom, which is just going to be here next week as of this recording, which is on... We've been recording this on Saturday, the 27th of September. If you have any comments, make sure to put it in our comments section here at Sonic Stadium. And for now, that's it. Anybody else have anything to say?
If you had to choose your own Sonic Boom toy, what would it be?
Our own Sonic Boom toy?
Yeah.
Like one that doesn't exist?
Yeah, pretty much it's an open question. If you could construct your own Sonic Boom toy, what would it be? Okay,
let's leave that for the comments section. Let's see what they... yeah, you know what? No, forget that, because we're supposed to be answering questions. I don't know. I'm trying to think about that now. They have I was going to say Tails Plane, but they're doing that too. They're doing a lot of the things I want in this toy line. It's crazy. Maybe a box set with the additional cast.
Very cool.
Because I don't think they'd sell too well individually.
That's an idea.
Yeah, just the villages in the box set might work. Maybe a few more Eggman inventions.
Oh, I got one. Bring out the evil cat.
Yeah, I don't know. Guys, God, they have so many different toys out. Speaking of, I was mentioning before the show, I got my first little bit of Sonic Boom merchandise with Sonic Boom plushies that are appearing at Toys R Us now, and I think the rest of the toys are going to be appearing very soon. I just saw something on Sonic Stadium. Somebody posted a Sonic Boom toy off what looks like a Walmart shelf. Or it could be Toys R... No, I'm wrong. It's Toys R Us. So it looks like Toys R Us are getting the main figures first, and they'll probably be going to other stores. Anyway, that's going to be it for now, and we'll see you next time.
Have a good one, guys.
Bye.
Good night.